What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Ben Gaming video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as always. In today's video, it's a little bit of a frustrating one from my behalf, and this is talking about, again, another Xbox title coming to PlayStation and is performing a little better on the PlayStation than Xbox Series X. Now, this might be a very small thing where it's only slightly better, a bit how Hi-Fi Rush had slightly higher shadows on PlayStation than even PC and the Xbox versions, but that's irrelevant. The point is, it is running better on a PlayStation 5, looking marginally better, but the biggest point of that is you're getting big articles like this and various other articles right all everywhere, which is gonna cater people's decisions and wonder what the hell is going on with Xbox and why are their own games running better on a PlayStation. So it doesn't matter if you think it's a tiny little bit different, like for example this image, right? You can see here that there is more the rendering, distance rendering on PlayStation 5 is further than what it is on the Xbox Series X. That's just a fact. You can see it here. Like you can see more detail further away on the PlayStation 5 version than you can on the Xbox version. Whether that's a big deal to you and you're thinking, oh, that's going to make no difference to my game, I agree. That's not going to make a difference to your game, but it is making a difference to people's purchasing decisions when they have articles like this and all over X and Twitter and various stuff like that. It is making a difference, and this isn't just the first game. This is the first of multiple. It started off with Pentiment having a 120 Hz mode on PlayStation 5. Yes, it was a bug, but why was it not patched on Series X when that game has been out on Series X for such a long time? Same thing on as I said, on Hi-Fi Rush, slightly higher shadows on PS5. Why? Why is it like that? I'm not saying make the PS5 version worse. I'm saying make the Series X version the best version, because it should be the best version, because Microsoft told us it's the world's most powerful console, right? This is what they said. So they should be making the version the best, but they aren't. It is actually weaker in many cases, which just shouldn't be the case with the hardware they have. And it certainly does not look good for their hardware. So it says here, over the weekend, the folks at Digital Foundry posted some interesting findings about Sea of Thieves and PlayStation 5 following its beta test on the Sony console. Yes, bear in mind, this is only in beta and it's got better details. We'll put the video version of the analysis above, sorry. Yeah, we can see that. Anyway, first impressions suggest a game that is very similar to its Series X counterpart, but when we look a bit closer, there are some differences. Shadows look quite a bit different on PlayStation 5 with sharper, so it's not just the LOD distance. Shadows look sharper as well, outline and more visible detail. This holds true both close up and at distance, with faraway shadows resolving more softly on the Series machine. I noticed the PS5 had a consistent edge when it came to draw distances for distant foliage elements which sometimes appeared on the PlayStation when absent from Series X. Once again, these were very minor differences that you need to see a side-by-side to spot, and I fully agree with this, but that's not the point. You're talking about it, you're writing an article about it, you have posted about it on various different things. This is going to impact Xbox, and it should impact Xbox because it should not be like this. But there is a clear PlayStation advantage here for some reason, as you've said, which I don't really understand at the moment. On PC, the PS5 corresponds with max settings, with Xbox falling somewhat behind. So they say it's not a big difference, but it is a big difference, especially for the people, the tech enthusiasts like you and me, who are like, what is actually going on here? Because we're not just seeing this in third-party games from other developers where Xbox seems to be constantly behind the PlayStation, and people put that up to a bit more of a case of, well, PlayStation sells more consoles, so they're probably going to want to optimize for the system that has the most platforms out there, which absolutely is PlayStation. So is it that, or is it actually there's a serious development issue with the console that even Microsoft's own devs aren't bothering to optimize for? Because again, they've had Sea of Thieves on the Xbox platform for such a long time. Why isn't the Series X version already using max PC settings when this was a last gen game that they have patched for Series X, but not to the point where it's running as well as PlayStation 5? And to me, this just sets a really bad precedent that, again, Xbox does not care about their customers right now. Like, they just don't care. They really care about the PC community and growing Game Pass on PC, but they have entirely abandoned the Xbox console platform. platform. And I just think it's a shame because I'm a huge Xbox fan myself. I think the console is phenomenal with features like quick resume. I've gone on about it in so many different videos at this point. I think the system is amazing, but their own developers and other devs are not supporting it. Microsoft seems to just constantly be talking about PC this, PC that, which already I've seen Xbox fans just go, well, screw this, I'm just going to go and buy a PC or a PlayStation and actually be on a platform that somebody actually cares about you a little bit more, is wanting to bring games that are running up to the standards they should be, but Microsoft's just not doing that route. They just tell you to basically go buy a PC if you want slightly better performance, even though the console you have could run on it. And this sets a precedent across so many games. Redfall launching at 30 FPS, Starfield 30 FPS, the latest one, Senua's Hellblade 2, 30 FPS. And I understand Hellblade is a very graphically demanding game, but again, they're just setting a precedent that they've promised this is a 60 FPS plus generation to us. They've said this is the big game changer. This is the next gen upgrade, is the frame rates, right? This is what they've told us for so long. And they've had more 30 FPS games than anyone on their world's most powerful console, and they pretty much just tell you now, go and buy a PC if you want 60 frames. And it's like, well, you lied to us very heavily in marketing. I know PlayStation did too, they all do, this is what they do, but still, when you've got PlayStation releasing much nicer looking, sometimes, 60 FPS games like Horizon looks better than Redfall, Horizon looks way better than Starfield, and those games are running at 60 FPS. I understand Hellblade, and Hellblade wouldn't be such a big deal if it was the only 30 FPS game that's coming out, but when you're launching games like Redfall and Starfield, I know Redfall's been patched, but it launched at 30 FPS, and it ruined the game for everybody because nobody bothered to go back and play it because it just killed the game. It always would have done if they did that. So I just think this is disappointing, and I'm just waiting for the day where we actually see some slightly more positive Xbox console news, that Microsoft just doesn't seem to be abandoning that platform. I know they've said they've got another console coming out, and that's great, that's brilliant. The world's, again, they're saying it's the biggest jump, like they've always said every generation, but if all those features aren't going to be utilized by developers, and the PlayStation 6 is just a faster system in terms of like the gigahertz of the CPU is just clocked higher, same with the GPU, rather than having more CUs and less speed on those CUs, PlayStation seems to go with less CUs but extremely fast ones, and from what we've seen from these, it's actually been better. So Xbox, I hope you're learning from this for the next console so that you can actually have the edge on power, because that's what you guys seem to say. You never want to lose the power game again on the console. So, I hope that something good here happens. And then, not to mention, like with PlayStation 5 Pro coming out, let's say we've got a Halo coming to PlayStation early next year, or Gears or whatever, right? Those games are gonna be better on PlayStation because they've got a more powerful console coming out. And it's just on Call of Duty, their own title coming this year, is gonna have a next gen patch, or an update, for the mid-gen PlayStation refresh. And it's just kind of like, you're just going to allow them to have a way better version than the company that you've paid for, that should be running on your console at least an equivalent state. And it's just very odd to me, and I look forward to seeing this come out when we have PS5 Pro and Call of Duty Gulf War, or whatever it's going to be called, is running at a higher resolution and maybe a higher frame rate than the Series X version. I'm just very interested to see that, because I don't think marketing wise that's going to look very good at all for Xbox, like at all. I know you've got a PC version that's going to be better than both, which is great, but at the end of the day, as much as Xbox want to sit there and say this is PC, it's not, because everybody I know on PC, including myself, buys games on Steam, which gives you no money. So no, Xbox is not PC. This is what I find so odd about Microsoft. Do they really think everybody is going on Game Pass on PC, or everybody's going on the Windows Store on PC and buying games? No, they're buying them on Steam or the Epic Games Store. Like, that's where people buy games on PC. Talk to any PC guy, they will tell you Steam is the place to buy it, because you get such good deals there anyway with CD keys and stuff like that through Steam. you're not making money, Microsoft, on the games that people are buying on PC most of the time. Yes, you have an okay amount of subscribers on PC, but as they've noticed, they kind of peaked out on that as well. That's just going down because, again, people don't want to subscribe to Game Pass on PC because the app is terrible, and they'd just rather buy the game on Steam. They just would because they like a Steam library. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Leave a like. I hate that this is just constant negativity around Xbox and the ports they're bringing to PS5, but I like to report on it because it's interesting, and I think it's worth people know that the fact that if they actually want to play Xbox games, the best place to play a lot of those right now, apart from PC, is PlayStation. That's just the reality of this right now. It's ridiculous to me. It's very sad to me. But if the best place you want to play the 3 games that have launched on the other console, that is to play them on the PlayStation 5. That's the reality right now. And for Xbox fans, I apologize that this is how it's going. I don't like it either. I would love to see their more powerful system, actually their own devs take advantage of those features that are in the Series X and have a better version. Not have a better version because it's their own game, but have a better version because their hardware is actually superior in terms of the features that they have on the hardware, but even their own devs don't take advantage of it. But anyway, I could rant about this for ages. It's very sad and disappointing, but it is the way it is. So thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and hopefully tomorrow's video is more positive. Thank you. Bye-bye.